Your nightly news begins now.
Good evening, thanks for joining us. I'm Nick Kelly. First tonight, a community is in mourning after the death of a young boy hit by a car outside his Glenorchy school. Floral tributes are now being laid outside Cosgrove High, where the 12-year-old was run over in front of fellow students.
A school gate turned memorial after a 12-year-old boy was hit and killed by a vehicle.
There was a group of children walking down the footpath and someone was driving out of Cosgrove High and where a collision occurred on Main Road.
The tragic turn of events happening just after 3 p.m. when school finished.
That occurred directly in front of other students. There are a lot of parents picking up their children, there's a lot of people on the footpath.
Described as a very difficult scene, emergency workers were unable to save the young boy's life.
Police have spoken to the parents and they are absolutely devastated.
Counselling will now be offered to the Cosgrove High community. Meanwhile, the driver was transported to the Royal Hobart Hospital for mandatory blood testing.
Obviously the driver is very deeply shocked and concerned.
Police are seeking information and dashcam footage from witnesses to assist with the ongoing investigation. A report is also being prepared for the coroner.
Our deepest sympathies go to the parents and immediate family and friends of the young lad.
Brianna Boylan, 7 Tasmania News.
We now know the new makeup of Tasmania's House of Assembly, with counting finalised and election results locked in this afternoon. Melinda Ogden has the details. Melinda, what do the results tell us?
Good evening, Nick. The results have confirmed that independent candidate Craig Garland has been successful in winning the final seat of Braddon, which the Liberals had been hoping to pick up as its 15th seat with Giovanna Simpson. This means in order to form government, the Liberals will need to reach out to the crossbench. I can tell you that Premier Rockcliffe has had constructive discussions with the Jackie Lambie network this week. A Liberal spokesperson saying there's an indication they will support Supply and Confidence with its 3 members in the new parliament. But Premier Rockcliffe still needs 1 independent to make up the 18 needed to govern in order to ensure security and stability for Tasmanians. And Nick, we're likely to hear from Premier Rockcliffe tomorrow just who that will be.
Not quite the outcome the Premier was looking for there. Thank you, Melinda. The federal government is hoping the Liberals and Greens will support its shared equity scheme in the Senate next month. Designed to help eligible homeowners purchase a property with a smaller deposit, the legislation would help Labor meet its national target of 1.2 million homes over the next 5 years.
We've traditionally had less homes than the OECD average. We need to lift that, and we need a pipeline of construction to give certainty to people to invest.
More than 4,500 people were on Tasmania's social housing waitlist at the end of 2023. Northern Tasmanian winemakers are harvesting their grapes earlier than expected, the lack of rain forcing their hands. Growers in the Tamar Valley and Pipers River region say it's been one of the driest seasons in over a decade.
Doug Cox of the Swinging Gate Vineyard hasn't known it this dry since taking over the winery 10 years ago. His 8 megalitre dam that waters his vines has never been so low.
We started off looking really good. I thought it was going to be our best year on record, but the grapes, the vines did suffer after we ran out of water, so we got a bit less fruit than we counted on, but the quality's better.
Doug has had to harvest and process the grapes 3 weeks earlier than expected to prevent them spoiling. The winery makes a living through its cellar door sales, where it sells 90% of its product, equating to about 45,000 bottles of wine each year.
We put the nets on and a week later we had to start pulling them off again and start picking.
It's a similar story at Lagana, where winemaker Natalie Fryer had to frantically call in her pickers early.
It was the earliest vintage we've had in over a decade. The last time we picked anywhere near as early as this was 2012.
The changing climate means winemakers will need to closely monitor the conditions every year.
When you're in Tasmania growing grapes, you need to be on your toes all the time, 24/7, to be able to deal with whatever Mother Nature does throw at you during the season.
China's decision to remove tariffs on Australian wine exports after 3 years has pleased those in the industry and couldn't have come at a better time.
We are very much concentrating on trying to move into Asia next year, even maybe later this year. Probably not mainland China though.
Good news for an industry looking to expand its footprint internationally. Melinda Ogden, 7 Tasmania News.
The NBL Championship trophy has made its way to Launceston as the Jack Jumpers continue to tour the state, celebrating their historic finals win. Close to 1,000 people packing Elfin Sports Stadium to see the trophy, along with captain Clint Steindl and coach Scott Roth.
Our job was to connect the state and inspire the youth and give Tasmanians hope and rally around a one-team kind of concept, and we are a team for all of Tasmania.
Always knew we could put a super competitive team on the floor. Once we had Scott Roth on board and he started putting the team together, we felt pretty good about it, but I think he and the team have exceeded every expectation.
Northwest Jackie fans have their chance to see the trophy tomorrow at the Parrot Centre in Devonport. Tickets to that, however, are sold out. The inaugural Crave Harvest Festival is underway in Richmond. The 2-day event promoting the Coal River Valley's produce to a wider audience.
We've got beautiful wineries and distilleries here with all of their produce. We've got a main stage with entertainment throughout the day.
More than 30 businesses will showcase their wares for the duration of the festival. It's been a round of statements and upsets in the second week of the Tasmanian State League. Launceston looking for a strong showing after their opening round loss. Glenorchy spoiling the party for one of the Demons' new debutantes.
Launceston were looking to make a statement against the reigning premiers at Windsor Park, following last week's hammering against crosstown rivals North Launceston.
First goal of the season for Launceston. They're on the board at Windsor Park.
The Blues already doing better, scoring the opening goal of the game, but Kingborough not willing to relent to a Blues side desperately wanting to win.
He's now kicked 2 as Tyler Carter in the first quarter.
By the second half, the Tigers built a 25-point lead over Launceston, keeping the momentum and pressure for the rest of the game.
Tyler Carter makes no mistake, and the Tigers extend their lead here at Windsor Park.
The final score, 100-53 to the Tigers. At North Hobart Oval, it started off tight as the Demons took on Glenorchy. Demon forward Nathan Janes scoring a goal in his debut for the club, but Glenorchy were ready to spoil the party.
Green, kick is on the way! Great kick there from Glenorchy, it's Green.
The Magpies keeping the momentum up in the second term, and by the third quarter they didn't let up despite a late surge by the Demons.
Isaac Manson's given that everything, and it's through. The Magpies train is rolling here at North Hobart Oval.
Glenorchy beating North Hobart by 10 points. While at Skybus Oval, the battle of the Tasmanian Bombers was a close one. Both teams keeping each other within arm's length in the 2 opening terms. But the Northern Bombers prevailed, winning by 18 points. Mark Zita, 7 Tasmania News.
Tasmania's Jacob Furphy played a big role in Tasmania's win against Italy at the Albert Schweitzer tournament semi-final in Germany. Furphy scoring 9 points in the 26-point win over Italy. They'll next face Serbia early tomorrow morning.
Good evening. A fine day across the south today with a few light showers about the east and north of the state. 23 was the top in Hobart, Launceston 21, 20 in Devonport, Burnie 19. 24 was the state's top in Grove today, 20 about St Helens and Low Head, and 19 in Smithton. Areas of low cloud are seen moving over the state today from the north and northeast. Further out, a few thunderstorms are firing off about far northern Queensland and southern New South Wales. Tomorrow shows a low off the northeast coast of Tasmania with showers extending statewide during the morning. Northeast to southeasterly winds tomorrow, 15 to 25 knots, reaching 30 knots at times in Flinders Island. Swells up to 3 metres in the west and south and up to 2 metres in the north. Tomorrow's forecast now, Hobart and Ooze a shower or 2, 19 in Richmond. In the north, Launceston and Deloraine 20 with a shower or 2, reaching 21 in Devonport. Burnie and Curry tomorrow 21 with showers, Strawn expecting a shower or 2. Rain across St Helens and Swansea, and Whitemark 21 with showers. Looking ahead to the 3-day forecast now. Monday, showers about the west with light showers extending statewide in the evening. Tuesday, showers about the west and far south, fine elsewhere. And Wednesday, fine with showers across the west and south. Capital cities 34 and sunny in Perth tomorrow, cloudy in Adelaide and 21 and showers in Canberra. And currently it's 18 and cloudy right across Hobart, Launceston and Devonport. Nick.
Thank you, Jackie.